Roses on the hill, I had them morning plate. Beatles want Beatles on the red carpet. Alcatraz bars, crash cars, ain't no future in front. My homies rip your mask off.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things, I bring them things. I call him, he bring them things. Mucho, I bring them things. Looking so expensive, rings and things. I bring them things.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show up for an international audience. It's the Golden Eagles going...
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Mexico City Golden Eagles and the London Bulldogs. That's fielded in the end zone, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Wentz now on first down. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a big play there. And even 50 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Into the red zone, Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. So a development here as Wentz is out. And they will hand things over to their backup quarterback. Now Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now Ryan on second down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Powering forward. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That good for 19 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cannon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Play clock winding down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here?
12 yards to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
And now back out comes the offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3.
Now the ball comes loose, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On the run, this is Hunt. Stiff-armed him. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Hunt. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On third down, that's Hunt. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
This fielded at the 2. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. And now running right through it. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Coming up at halftime at a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Let's go. 3-19.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DeAndre Hall. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. And this results in 6. Touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy, Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. There's a nice move, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 2 12s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. Like Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we can go. Lockjaw got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA, you tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies now. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Mexico City Golden Eagles and the London Bulldogs. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. first down. Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Norton. He's at the 40. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
They'll run again with Hunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. On third and long, it's Wentz. They'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fresh set of downs here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it here with Hunt. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Now he's forced out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Room here to run. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Wentz to throw on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now it's Hunt. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Second down following the run. They run again with Hunt. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Going up top. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And that is incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
They're going to try and throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Defense.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
Come on, let's go!
And some room to work. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Play action. Now Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunt, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. So the D-line's going to spread out. To throw is Wentz. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Wentz now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, it's Wentz. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And some space here.
Whoosh.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the... And it's caught. Touchdown. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Space to maneuver at the 40. And a cutback, right sideline. Red zone opportunity. Now this time he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go!
And he's got room. He finds an opening past the 40. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown! A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there. 54 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And here now the offense heading back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play showing that they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Let's make this one simple. What a cat. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Hey, cut his right. Watch that in.
This is Hunt. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On play action, it's Wentz. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They run with Hunt. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now Wentz on third down. And that's complete to Lewis. Touchdown! Roger Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead here in the fourth. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game. But here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll come out in the pistol. Working from the gun. Wentz. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now we have Wentz here, still down on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So a development here as Wentz is out. And now all eyes here on the backup as he takes under center. Ryan. And he's got it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Bust through the tackle. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And